And I don't know. It's like really late. We're doing another episode.
Have you ever had a teacher tell you never to start a sentence with the word "and"?
All the time.
Dude, my second grade English teacher is so furious right now.
Oh, is she?
She's gonna be like, yeah, she just...
I'm very sorry.
I just got a text message. Yeah.
You're a failure at life.
I just lost my recess privileges.
I'm very sorry.
It's okay. I haven't gone to second grade since like second grade. Speaking of things that I did in second grade.
Yeah, segue there. We're gonna talk about the Gorillaz.
They're back.
Or the Gorillaz? It's just Gorillaz.
Just Gorillaz.
Yeah. They're back. They just recently announced they're gonna be doing a new album, or they're gonna drop a new album. The new album's been done for a minute. It's gonna drop sometime in April. So that's
April 28th.
So as of the recording of this, it's gonna be a month and 2 days.
Yeah.
And we're hot off we're still binging on the 4 new songs they let us have.
Yeah, it came out on the 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
They dropped all of them. Whereas, Hallelujah Money had already come out earlier.
Oh man, yeah. I sometimes forget about that one actually.
Everyone does. Everyone does.
I mean, be honest. Have you gone back to it?
Around before these tracks came out, yeah.
Yeah.
After these tracks came out, no.
I haven't gone. I watched the music video a couple of times. I listened to it maybe once or twice. That was about it.
It just, like, you listen to these 4 songs, total difference. And not like the Gorillaz difference where you're like, you can listen to Feel Good Inc. and then Empire Ants.
Yeah.
And then 192000, and you're just like, those were completely different, but they're the Gorillaz.
Yeah.
Like, with the exception of maybe hearing Damon Albarn's like voice in Hallelujah Money.
Yeah.
You don't think it's
it's a little bit of a stretch. Yeah. I still kind of liked how kind of weird it is because it still had like that signature like Gorillaz like darkness in it.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like kind of creepy, but like it's also very real about like what it's talking about and that kind of stuff.
It's a Gorillaz song when the chorus is like kind of pleasant and you're just like, oh, you know what? There's a good jingle I can listen to, but they're like really trying to say underneath that is, like things are getting bad.
And they're only gonna get worse, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. Like, act now or the world will end. And you're like, oh. Classic Gorillaz.
Classic reality check.
But yeah, 4 new tracks dropped.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about every single one of them. Yeah. How we got into the Gorillaz, and maybe what's next on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So just briefly, why do you give a shit that they're dropping new stuff?
Personally, I love storytelling. Especially, I'm sure there's like a certain word for it, but certain albums that are meant to actually give a story, like from start to finish. I think Beyonce did it with her Lemonade album, which I haven't seen the video, I haven't really listened to all of it, but I hear it's great. And there's some other
Kendrick, Butterfly.
Oh, To Pimp a Butterfly, absolutely.
Totally.
Absolutely, yeah. It goes on like a continuous little story there.
Yeah.
Eminem has even done it, I think, in some of his Marshall Mathers LPs. Probably the first and second. I don't know. So it was cool because not only that, but it was the animations too. I'm also a big music video buff. And they relied, I wouldn't say heavily, but a good amount on their music videos to kind of tell the story too.
Yeah.
So anyone can tell you like, oh, I've listened to Feel Good Inc., but just as many people can tell you, oh, I know what happens in the music video.
Yeah, like they remember it.
Yeah.
They remember it.
Even for El Mañana, people can say the same thing.
Oh man, yeah.
Like they remember what happens with that. Stylo. Some people even Melancholy Hill. On Melancholy Hill.
Yeah.
And that for me that was always fun because you're watching it. When you listen to a song, you're able to interpret it. But when you see like their interpretation, it could be totally different, and that makes it fun. Especially hanging around with these characters and seeing them grow. It's like watching a cartoon, and you're also listening to like really cool original music. So that was where I was like, yo, sign me up for whatever this weird non-genre band is.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you? I got 2 introductions actually, like way back in like I want to say like elementary school, like like third, fourth, or fifth, I was actually introduced to them from the first album. Like I actually had a friend who I would always get picked up and dropped off like by him and his family, and one of his cousins would play like they would just play like music or whatever, and that's the first time that I heard Clint Eastwood in 2000, like way back in elementary school, and I was like, oh wow, what is this? And I just forgot about it. I was like, oh, it's really cool music. I just didn't think about it. Years later, flash forward to us being in like gonna enter middle school or whenever Demon Days was gonna drop.
Yeah.
Sometime around there. I don't remember the exact date. But I just remember specifically I would, like when I would wake up, I'd get ready for school, but I would also just watch music videos because that's when MTV would play them in the mornings.
Good times.
And I always ended up catching the Feel Good Inc. video.
I'm telling you.
And I didn't understand it for the life of me. Like there was so many things happening because it was animated, but then it had like really like weird visuals, and then it had like those creepy laughs, and you're like, what's happening? Like so much is happening in that one song.
And it was kind of hypnotic, don't you think?
It was like jarring.
Because for a kid to watch like this no-eyed character staring out a window like in despair, and to watch like this bassist shirtless, like kind of having his chest hair played with, for us at least as kids, I'm sure we could have got used to it because like there was images that were kind of like edgy and weird. Like if we'd watch Courage or even SpongeBob back then, would have moments like that. But
it stands out.
Most kids would be like, I don't know if I want to watch this, but it was so hypnotic.
Yeah.
That I guess it made it fun like that. But yeah, so you got it from watching MTV in the morning.
Yeah.
Those music videos.
And then at some point throughout that, like after the album dropped, I was in vacation somewhere in Orlando and I saw like the album cover for it. I was like, oh, this is the thing. This is where the music video came from. And I found the song. I'm like, okay, cool. The song is on this album. And then I got whoever was there to buy it for me. And then I still have that album, and I still go back to it.
Yeah, you let me borrow it like last year or something.
Yeah,
forever I had it.
Yeah.
So great. Demon Days is awesome.
It's fantastic.
What's your favorite Gorillaz album? Number one. If you had to pick one.
It's still Demon Days. I love certain songs from each album, but something about Demon Days has like it just has like every time I go back, and I still go back, every couple months, years, I still go back and I'm just like, oh man, like I didn't catch that. Oh, there's like something else here that I never noticed, and it's just like some songs are really good, and then some songs are like there's so much in like to like unpack.
Yeah.
That you're just like, well, fuck me, like you can like Dare, and then you get to like El Mañana or Every Planet We Reach Is Dead, and you just like
Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry.
They just throw you for a loop. It's a totally different jam. Totally different. But go ahead and compare Dirty Harry with Dare. Like if it wasn't for the fact that you can feel that it's the same band if you know it, those could be two completely separate bands. It's just got a whole other vibe to it. It's amazing. And I mean, to your point, yeah, Demon Days, I'd probably say Plastic Beach. I feel like I love Plastic Beach because we all grew up with that one at the same time.
Yeah.
When Plastic Beach came out, I was like, oh, it's like Gorillaz down. And so I started listening to On Melancholy Hill every day.
Yeah.
And then we all started listening to just the whole album together. You, me, and Jose.
Yeah.
And then that was just like...
It was everywhere.
Like if we were talking high school albums that we all listened to...
Oh, yeah.
That has to be either the only one or one of very few.
Yeah. It's just one of those that like it just like sticks in your memory and you just remember it all the time.
So good. So freaking good, man.
I also want to say like I feel like I can always attribute certain things for what my music taste ended up becoming, like in life, like what it expanded into what I have like now is like music taste. Like I know what I like because of certain things, and I feel like because of Gorillaz, it really just let me like anything, because like the music was always just so varied and like it could literally be anything. So from there, I feel like I was just like, yeah, no, I like just about everything, just cause.
Yeah, it's kind of like when people say, "Oh, I like all kinds of music." I feel like the next question you can ask is, "Oh, like, do you like or have you heard of the Gorillaz?"
Yeah.
Because then, I mean, if they haven't, you can say, "Oh, well, then maybe you might want to listen to them." Because, for example, these 4 songs that we just put out, Andromeda, We Got the Power, Saturn Bars, and Ascension, 4 totally different feels. You have one that's a little bit more reggae. You have one that's a little bit more hip hop. One that's a little bit more like techno, I guess, pop. And then, I guess whatever we're going to classify Saturn Bars as.
I mean, you could...
Alien music.
Yeah.
That's the song we're going to send up to the aliens and be like, we come in peace. Come inhabit our planet.
Yeah, I mean, you could almost call it a rap song if you want. You could say it's dancehall influence, but that's just because what popcorn sounds like. But I don't know. I feel like it's just a really interesting song, which took some time for me to grow into it. I could say that like with confidence. I didn't like it at first, but getting into it a little bit more, watching the music video a little bit more, really got me into like, okay, you know what, this song is, I like it.
And on that point, going back to the music video, so one of the best things, like I said earlier, about following the Gorillaz is following where these videos are taking them, because there's a story behind it all. Mm-hmm. There's a story to why 2D's eyes are the way they are. There's a story to how they all met each other. That's amazing. Very fun just to hear. Last time we saw the Gorillaz music video format was Do Your Thing.
Yes, they were in the house.
2012 with Andre 3000
and James Murphy. Yeah,
and James Murphy from LCD Sound System. We find out that all the Gorillaz are back together again.
Living in a house.
Leaving Plastic Beach. 2D is just kind of still, I guess, shaken. You know, he'd just been ingested by a whale.
Yeah.
Just got freed by one. If you listen to, it was like prior to Humans coming out, or like even really being mentioned as like an album officially, even prior to Hallelujah Money, when they had like the short descriptions of what the Gorillaz went through.
Oh, the books.
Yeah.
Yeah, the books.
Book of Murdoch, Book of Russell. I highly recommend for any Gorillaz fan who hasn't heard of it, or for anyone who wants to get into Gorillaz, you've got to read or watch them.
Yeah, go through the Twitter pages, or they made them into moments. I remember each week there was one, and you were just like kind of sifting through like the sort of narrative that they created for each person after Plastic Beach, but before Do Your Thing, I feel like. Yeah,
so I want to believe that, you know, at the end of Do Your Thing, they get evicted from the house they're in by a monkey wearing a bellhop costume.
Yeah. He's. I feel like he was also from Demon Days.
Probably. There were I mean, there were monkey references all throughout Demon Days, though.
Yeah. But he was also like on the back cover, though, I feel like.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He does seem familiar. This is the Gorillaz, so there's monkeys every now and then. But yeah, you see Kong Studios in the picture and everything, and it flies off. Now the Gorillaz just had like a private live show that you told me that Dell was at.
Yes, the one that they just had a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yes, the secret show.
Now Dell was at the secret show, but if you check the track listings, he's not featured on any song.
Yeah, he's not. Well, so, not from the leaked version that we got from that.
Yeah. So, well, they put out what's supposed to be official.
Okay.
So I want to believe we might not be seeing Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Which means Ghost Del might not be there.
This is true.
Which is kind of painful.
I mean, a little bit, but
people said if you watch the Saturn Bars video,
yeah,
whenever it showed Russell, it would go into like a negative color.
It would.
Which is reminiscent of when he would get overtaken by Del.
Oh, true, yeah. Yeah.
Clint Eastwood?
It was in Clint Eastwood, yeah.
Yeah, Phase 1 Clint Eastwood, so.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, I mean, I don't think too much in terms of like why somebody would or wouldn't come back as a feature.
Yeah.
But yeah, that detail of maybe not getting to see the Del ghost thing again is sad. But I mean, you know, we still got the music video, so.
Yeah, I guess. And I guess the demon was supposed to be exorcised from him anyway. I think that was part of like the stories prior to humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh right, yeah, he
Dell's
was.
not in Posse Peach either.
Yeah.
I think after Demon Days, the story goes that Russell got exorcised.
Del wasn't in Demon Days, was he?
Yeah.
You sure?
I think. Yeah.
What song?
Let's not pretend you're not on the computer right now. That song, dude.
That one?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah.
He's not, dude.
No?
You're a liar.
That wasn't on Demon Days?
No. Doom, De La,
Yeah.
Ike Turner. Nah.
What the heck?
Mm-hmm.
So, wait, but Dell was on the first album, GORILLAZ, twice.
Yes.
That was Clint Eastwood and some other song.
Are you sure? I feel like he was only in Clint.
I feel like I've seen Dell as a ghost.
I feel like they might have had him
once.
in other things, but that was...
Dell, come back to the GORILLAZ, please. Be Dell the Ghost again. Overtake Russell.
I mean, they probably... I mean, knowing them, they probably have like a bunch of like B-sides and like extra songs that they just, you know...
True.
Because Damon said that actually in the recording of... So when they were dropping the 4 new songs, they mentioned sort of like they interviewed him, and so he mentioned, okay, I actually finished recording this at the end of last year, and I have like a bunch of songs. They narrowed it down to a few. The deluxe album is gonna have like 20 or something like that. But he said that aside from that, the songs that didn't make the cut, he still wants to release them.
Oh, of course.
So he has different versions of other songs and like extra songs that he still probably likes that he just didn't, that he felt like didn't really fit the narrative that he was trying to tell with this album.
Yeah.
So we might see him. Who knows?
I mean, I like to say just with Ascension and Hallelujah Money, because those are the only ones that kind of dissected lyrically. That it's just going with the current times, you know. It's trying to stay up with what's happening, especially what you see in the news.
I could actually tell you what he said the narrative is. He did say it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He said that so basically the way he pitched it, at least, was imagine that there was something sort of strange but very prominent that changes the way everybody does things or like thinks of things, like just one thing that makes like this one big radical change. Yeah. However you want to think about it, whether it's good or bad. And he's like, what would you do? Where would you go? Who would you be with? Would you go to a bar? Like, what would you do in the wake of that?
Wow.
And then he mentioned, he's like, however, just, you know, as coincidence, you know, like one of those songs or like some of these songs talk about like sort of those dark dreams, you know, those dark thoughts that we kind of have about what that big thing might be or what it could end up being.
Yeah.
And then out of that, we also got Trump. So now that just happens to like coincide with that kind of shit. And then Hallelujah Money took on a whole new light, probably.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, a lot of these songs were worked on, like you said, way before.
Yeah.
You know, sure, the music video for Hallelujah Money has to have some influence from the whole Trump thing since it was filmed in Trump Tower.
Oh, yeah, it was set in Trump Tower.
Trump Tower.
Yeah.
But originally it was just a song. Yeah. It was like The Stage by Avenged Sevenfold. Yeah. No?
Wait, was that the recent one?
Yeah.
Is that the one with the puppets?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's just like, there's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of like politics and... What? Yeah.
I've only seen the music video once when you guys showed it to me.
You don't have to see it again ever.
Okay.
You can listen to the song maybe. But it's not like watching on Melancholy Hill, which I recommend. That's such a good song, man. I've probably dropped it like 4 times. I love it.
It's a really good song.
It's good. Empire Ants.
That's
This is now just a list of our favorite songs.
Empire Ants. Dirty Harry. Every time like it goes from the intro to like the drop.
Yeah.
I just want to dance. It's good.
How about this? Other than people that the Gorillaz have already worked with or are working with now, give up 2 artists you would be excited for the Gorillaz to work on with another song.
I mean, I'm telling you, the minute I saw the leaked list of who they were working on, the minute I saw Danny Brown,
Yeah?
I was super fucking excited.
You lost your shit?
Yeah, because so Danny Brown's like one of those artists that like I actually didn't get into up until recently, because he popped up on the Avalanche's album at the end of last year, whenever that album dropped, and that's when I heard him again, and I'm like, oh, that's right, like he's like a very interesting rapper. He's got a really different voice and flow to him. And then he dropped his album Atrocity Exhibition, and I was like, oh, wow, this is a super like out of the way album. Like it's just an album that like he sort of knew when he was making it that it's not going to be for everybody, but he just wants to make it for himself.
Absolutely.
And you're just like, okay.
That's what music is, though, right? I want to believe.
Not always, but yeah.
Yeah.
So he's just an album that like always picks like really different sounds, and like he's just really open about like just making rap whatever he wants it to be. So seeing him is like seeing Doom again. You're just like, yo, man, this is gonna be a really strange combo. I want to see it.
November Has Come.
Yeah.
Was like you listen to it, you're just like, oh, because I mean, if you had told me like while I knew Doom, because I didn't know Doom when I was in Demon Days, but playing for my first time, I would have been like, how's that gonna work out? It ended up being this really relaxed song with Doom's voice very prominent.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the first like boom, you're already like, oh, dancing underneath the table.
Yeah, it just kind of catches you. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. Dancing with myself. Yeah, just loving the tallywhack. That's the thing people say, right?
I hope so. I don't remember though.
Huh.
I'm gonna say maybe.
Well, we can ponder that.
And you can ponder other things because this episode is coming to a close. But just in closing remarks, I guess, go listen to those 4 new songs. And if you're not really too well versed in Gorillaz, go back.
Definitely.
There's so much to go into.
Definitely go back. Watch. They have on the Gorillaz YouTube page and on the YouTube All Eyes on Gorillaz. They both have playlists of all the music videos that make a story together.
Oh wow.
As well as like separate shorts that the girls have put out just in case you like the characters. They're very fun, and they've done like little cool shorts. It's like watching Pixar shorts. It's kind of entertaining.
They had a lot of shorts.
With that being said, thank you so much for listening to our Gorillaz podcast.
We hope to see you again and talk about more things. Maybe the Gorillaz when the album drops.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you can pick that up the 28th of April, or you can pre-order today at thegorillas.com.
Did you already pre-order it?
Not yet.
You're waiting?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like with technology, you know, you don't even have to wait. You just drop. You just kind of have it. But I'm gonna get that one physical.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's no doubt about that.
Exactly.
All right, buds. See you on. I don't know. I'll see you later. Bye.
Good night, everybody.